It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Coronado Brewing Company, and it's a bottle of their Mermaids Red Amber Ale. This beer is coming in at 5.7% ABV. That classic Coronado trademark look to their label. A white bottle cap with black printed mermaid on it. If you look back at some of my older reviews, I think they have changed their styling on their label. If you have a look at Idiot IPA by myself, Coronado Idiot IPA, you'll probably see that it's a different label. I think it was a paper label back then. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass. Well, it's going to be a red ale, isn't it? That's what we are all expecting. Mermaid's Red Amber Ale. It's red and it's amber. That is a lovely looking beer. What a lovely beer to look at in the glass. That's like grown-ups sweets. That's what, you know, that's what candy looks like to an adult. One finger tan coloured head, nice levels of carbonation, a lovely amber coloured ale, clean as a whistle, sparkling in the light. Lovely beer. No haze to look at there. You can pick up this beer from beerdeluxe.de. They are our channel sponsors there in Europe. They're from Germany, and we've had some beer, some great beer from Austria, Germany, Italy. We've had some Belgian beer. We've had some beer from Wales. So the beer's gone all the way over from Tiny Rebel in Newport. It's gone all the way over to Germany to Beer Deluxe, our channel sponsor, and then Beer Deluxe sent it all the way back to the UK for me to review. So that's will always stand out in my mind, that one, because the guys at Tiny Rebel down in Newport really should have just sent me the beer themselves. Anyway, beer in the glass, that looks absolutely lovely. Let's get the aroma. And there's something about a red ale that I really like. I really like the malts in a red ale. It's kind of like a slightly kind of burnt candy aroma. Lots of hop profiles coming through. Slightly spicy. Slightly sherbety, slightly sharp and tart. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's a nice hoppy beer, but I feel it's been bogged down a little bit just by the malt. I think the malt is doing a lot more in terms of flavour profiles, in terms of that sweetness, in terms of that kind of breadiness, and that slightly kind of almost like it's like sticking your nose and tasting a jar of Quality Streets at Christmas. It's like a really sweet, cherryish flavour. Nice levels of carbonation. You do get a hoppy. It wants to kind of burst out of you, the grapefruit, but it just can't. It's like swimming through it's swimming through the mash tun, this beer. A big, thick, gloopy, malty brew. Saying that, as I'm speaking, there is a bitterness on the back end, but it's fighting too hard. The hops are fighting too hard through the malt for me in this beer. But then again, they're not saying it's an IPA. They really are not saying it's an IPA. So I think, so they've loaded it with Cascade hops. They're saying it's sharp, it's bitter. It's quite sharp, it's quite bitter. And they're saying it's a rich chocolatey finish with hints of clove and caramel. So they're talking a lot about the hops, but they're also talking an awful lot about the malt in the beer. So concentrating on the malt, if you want to do that, because let's be fair to the brewery, they've not called it an IPA, or a pale ale for that matter. It's a pretty good beer. I think I said it was 5.7% ABV. Certainly did. I think I would find it difficult to session this beer. I think if I had one, I'd be quite happy to say, right, yeah, I've enjoyed it, it's a nice beer, but I want to move on. It's just to something else. Nothing about the beer makes me want to go out and buy 4 bottles of it and sit there for 2 hours drinking 4 of these beers. But as a one-off, it's fine. You got a little bit of toasty caramel. What's that when they in restaurants where they get them little flamethrowers and they put some sugar on and they burn the sugar on the top of the dessert. I had that once in, I think I was down in Rock in Cornwall, and they brought me out this dessert and it was really good. It had that kind of burnt sugar on the top where they flamethrower the sugar. It's got that kind of taste to it, slightly burnt sugar taste. But a little bit too sweet for me, not quite hoppy enough. I've had better beers from Coronado Brewing Company out there in Coronado, California. Where else? You can pick the beer up from beerdeluxe.de, but I'm going to rate it now. I'm going to give this beer a bit of a sorry 6 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10 for Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Cheers.